Guys, welcome to another episode where we're going to get right into it. Excited. We are going to blow the tranny up in this episode.
We're blowing trannies?
Ben, I can't put that in the episode. In this episode, we see this thing go bang.
I'd like it not to.
Something is going to go bang though, you got to admit.
Well, hopefully it's not the motor or the gearbox, but you never know.
Oh, this is great. These intros are amazing. In this episode of Grease Garage, we explode this thing.
No. Stop letting the people down. They want to see a burnout. We see the comments. It needs to happen.
Burnout in this episode, even if it isn't this car.
Disclaimer. Maybe not.
Now, if you guys are not up to date, what we are doing is we're putting a fire extinguisher on a 3-litre with twin turbos, and we are going to make 800 horsepower.
And if you're wondering about these, it's because the sound on this car is absolutely mental. Because this is so insane, I've decided to make a discount code just for you. Go onto the website, greasegarage.org/shop, type in Ben is cheap on selected Haltech ECUs and dashboards.
Now that we got those promos out of the way, Ben, what do we actually need to get done to get this doing a skid?
Before we finish that, first of all, like and subscribe. Now we're done. Look, Reese, where we're at now, as far as I know, power steering would be amazing because trying to turn this thing with a welded diff is no buenos.
I always like when people are like, I'm doing a skid, and then wall.
I don't want to do that.
You know you're going to do that.
So pretty much where we're at is power steering,
Yep.
transmission cooler. That's the key objectives.
Yep.
If we can get that done, I don't want to make promises, but we might do a skid. I think we'll do a skid.
That's cool, and we're just going to clean up the wiring a bit more, but that is on me. Ben, we're going to make him do everything.
Yep. Can't wait.
Now, to make this power steering work, we need, obviously, fittings and hoses. Now, Ben is our expert in this, and he knows everything, okay?
Okay.
So, explain to me, what fittings are you using, what hose are you using, and what are these and why are they different to these ones?
Right, no worries. So I'll try and cover it all. Basically, we're going to be using Raceworks fittings and Raceworks hose. This is the Cutter Series style fitting and Cutter Series style hose. Has a high rating, apparently about 1,000 PSI is what we need for the power steering pump.
So I think you were saying this is 140 series hose?
140 series, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so, and this is in 8.
8, dash 8.
Dash 8,
Yep.
okay.
Correct.
And you go over to these are JIC.
JRC, call it almost the same.
Yeah, they're more industrial and they're way cheaper. So like,
Hydraulic fittings. Basically.
yeah, basically hydraulic stuff, but all this was $40 where usually one of these is $40. So it's a lot cheaper. I mean, it just looks more industrial. It's not as pretty.
Yeah, but it's going to work. And the only thing that we do need to retain is the original fitting.
No, I was able to get that as well from the hydraulic store. So you go look, that's the standard Mitsubishi
Few
one.
adapters.
This is the hydraulic one.
Few adapters, get it onto there, get onto the cutter hose.
Yep, we have to bleed it. And we have to hook up the power. So while Ben is mucking around with this hose, I'm going to be in the engine bay hooking up the power steering pump.
Cool, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Little bit of loop for you, a little bit of loop for me. So we like our fittings looped up.
Okay, a strange man singing about lube with a very strong figure game. I'm pretty sure there's a website for this. Anywho, there is a good reason why Ben is doing this. This is recommended by Aeroflow and Raceworks to use lube instead of grease on the fittings. Once that's done, next you move on to the hose and you push the hose in up to this mark. To make sure it stays at this mark, what I like to do is get a bit of tape, wrap it around the hose, so when we time the fitting, we're making sure that this hose isn't coming out. Now, if you're worried about marking anything, you would notice that we're using aluminium plate and some tape in our vise to protect the fittings from getting any scratches. You could buy the correct vice guard, but there is better things to spend your money on, especially when you're modifying a car. Another thing is you'll notice is we're not using the correct snips. What we're using instead is a Dremel with a cutting disc. The pros of doing this, you're going to keep that hose nice and round. The downside, well, it's just not going to be a clean of a cut.
What we're looking at here is the 3 main different types of hose connections, and when we talk about the Cutter series hose, this is what we're using currently through Raceworks. It's where the hose will slide over with the sheath clamp all together. Still not totally sold on it. This is your normal one that we would use with the like PTFE type tape for ethanol, methanol. It's got the olive on it and stuff like that. Then you've just got your, I'll call it eBay, no branded kind of thing. This is more your generic rubber hose used for basic fuel line. Very, very strong, very, very good. I do like this design. However, it's not very pressure rated compared to some of these other ones. But as you can see, just finished up doing the power steering pump using the Cutter series. So fingers crossed, it holds pressure and doesn't blow.
Foreshadowing.
This next bit might get us a little bit of controversy, but it all works out in the end. Now first off, good old Ben, he's gone, he's found some fuel hose, and he's decided this is what we're going to use for the return into the power steering pump, which you'll see in a second is the only hose that didn't give us any problems. The second issue, I guess, is the oil that we're using, Dex 3 Premium Mineral Oil. Now this is what's recommended for the factory car, which is all well and good, but of course we've just put on a GM Astra steering pump, which uses LDSA oil. So that's probably what we're meant to be using, but in hindsight, I am so glad we used the cheaper stuff.
Oh.
We got a squirter!
Here we go. What were we saying? You weren't very confident?
Oh, okay.
It's...
Yeah.
Oh no, look at that.
Do we
Straight on.
try it again?
Yeah. Oh, that's a big puddle of red. Oh well, sorry green towel. There you go. File! While Ben is getting ready to do the exorcism on this car, what I wanted to go over is why we didn't just run these all the way through. And the reason is Ben is cheap, and if you haven't watched this series on this car, everything Ben does is with a price tag. Now, another reason why these are great is obviously there's no joints, they're not going to burst, it's a solid metal. He's doing burnouts, it could like catch on fire, we don't know. Metal's gonna last. This stuff is probably not gonna do as well. Also, this will perish after, I don't know, 10 years. This metal is still gonna be here. So if you can, ideally in a great world, if you're talented enough to bend it correctly, you would run everything in hardline, but the only downside is vibration. All right, now let's get to Ben doing his, whatever he's doing.
By the power of ATF, I announce you cleansed!
Now I'm with you guys, I had no idea what we were thinking, but this car was just fighting us. Luckily, we fixed the possessed steering wheel by just swapping over the lines on the steering box. So once we figured that, we thought test run. Because what else could go wrong, right? I mean, what else? It's not like it's gonna burst again.
All right, well, so as you can see, guys, it's happened again. We're just about to start this thing up. Ben's done a great job with the wiring. I've been inside doing the wiring. We've done like so much extra work. Turn the key, get the power steering up, full lock, boom. Unfortunately, we weren't recording, but here's just made a mess. So I've cut the hose, and we're going to put it in, but we're not liking these fittings.
No, and we were given some advice last night that said don't use this type.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to give Ben the mic while I continue.
We were given some solid advice last night to say do not use this type of fitting. Astra Power steering pumps run at quite a high PSI, and basically just go to a hydraulic shop and get the line made. And I am all for giving chances. I think at 2 chances and the amount of mess and tidying up that Reese and I have had to do already on this car, I think we're at our last chance. And if it blows again, well, the power steering will be on hiatus.
Yeah, I'll go to the shop on Tuesday because it's public holiday. And
Yep.
we will get it done.
We'll get it done. I just might not be here. That's all right.
So
Reese can have fun.
Let us do this one more time. We'll climb it up again, and we'll see how we go. And then we're going to do a skid.
Yes.
Yes, it's getting dark. We need to do it. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it now.
This is it. Final minute.
All right,
Let's get it done.
Bear with us. We'll be right back. What? Your handbrake on?
I've got brakes.
I'll give it reverse. Give it a rev.
Does that pop the power steering?
It did.
It did?
Yep. Alright. Pull them off. Just hook it up and we'll just go for it. Where to pop it off? Oh my god, a different line. A different line, bro. Just go, just do it.
It was going to blow all the power steering. Can you just get the power steering?
I just did.
What about the fuel?
Fuel's still connected, go. Oh, isn't it?
You just yanked everything out of here.
Which one was fuel? I think it was this one. Can you twist that one? Bloody hell. At least it did on the stainless steel.
Well, it's going to go everywhere, you know that, right?
Well, it's already on my concrete, so. Is it still soft or is it hard?
It's hard.
That sucks, man. She's cold. Smoke rings. All right, there. All right, yep. Give us some more revs. There it goes. Can you go second?
No,
We'll go to second. No, do it again. What's the fuel ratio saying? 11. Rich has. Woo! Right, move. Guys,
There's a pile
a pile
of disappointment.
of money, really.
Yeah.
So, 5 litres?
Oh,
There's none left.
There's none left.
There's none left. It popped again. As soon as you came back, lucky you guys saw it on the actual camera this time. As soon as it came back, pop.
Done. So,
Not in the same spot, in a different spot.
doesn't matter. We're done with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely done with it.
Yeah, I did say, and Ben said, look, if it pops again, we're done. But look, it did do a skid.
Did a skid. We got there. It's literally like 5:30.
Yeah, it's getting late. And now, a couple of things about the car. As you probably saw on the camera, we need to do a little bit more wiring, but it's only like connecting up trigger wires to the ECU. Everything else is done.
Yeah.
Then a general cleanup. That's pretty much where we're at. So do that little bit of wiring, general cleanup. Ben can do all the other little bits and pieces there. But look, it's hitting 7 PSI.
Yep. And in terms of getting on the dyno, like we're at 99.9%.
Yeah.
Just to get it on the dyno. This is not finished.
We obviously need to fix this issue.
Yeah, that's probably,
So
at least 1%. But
what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the hydraulic place and I'm going to see if they can clamp hydraulic hoses onto that.
Yeah.
And I'll try to use the hose that Ben spent his money on because he spent, you know, well, we worked out about
450 bucks on the fittings, the hose, and everything.
And those fittings they're just crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're crap.
Yeah.
Don't use them.
Yeah. Just use hydraulic.
And look, if you disagree, look, mate.
Put a comment.
We'll reply back to you and tell you that you're wrong. No. We'll hear you guys out. We'll hear you guys out. Guys, like and subscribe.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So realistically now, we are ready to put this on the dyno. Well, not ready, but you know what I'm saying. It's there. It could go on the dyno. We'll clean it up because...
And we're going to watch the engine bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole underneath of it now.
That's just what went down. Everything else went sideways.
Ben, do you have some dyno tires for this? You can't run them on the dyno.
I can get some.
Yeah. So you need to get some tires for the dyno.
Yep.
I need to finish cleaning up. I need to get it to perf and dyno time. Guys, what we like you do, we've already had a bunch of you guys comment already, but leave what you think this is going to make on the dyno.
Yep. Closest.
Remember, 7 PSI, it's a 3 litre, not modified. All right? It's done 300,000 something Ks on it.
27,000 Ks.
Sorry. Don't put 500 horsepower or something stupid like that. It's not going to make that. Yep. I would say 400 under, 300 under.
200.
100 under.
Anyhow.
So
we'll stop rambling.
Yes. Catch you on the next
episode.
Time.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Like, I want you to make some room here, brother.
I want you to.
Hang on, what are you doing?
I want you to stand here like this. Be like,
well, Race, let me get there.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Like, you gotta remember, I'm about 40 kilos fucking heavier than you, and twice as retarded.
You're not. I'm 100 something kilos. You can't be that fucking 40 kilos more.
Yeah, well.
Man, that flat.
Yeah, well. I also have very short legs, and I'm not.
We're gonna have to readjust this.
Oh man, I can't see with these fucking glasses. Can you?
Yes, hold on.
I'm sweating.